What's going on, you guys? I'm doing this video in hopes to inspire someone or to motivate someone to start being their better self. Now, we've all had those days where things just not going right. And we all know what it is to be in a bad mood. But a mood doesn't last forever. That's why it's called a mood. And it's up to us to change that mood because nobody's going to do it for us. So we got to stop blaming others for the way we feel, especially if it's lasting for a long period of time. Then that's when you have to look in the mirror and decide what is it that you have to do to change a situation. But when you feel yourself being in a bad mood for long periods of time that can last days, weeks, maybe even months, that's when you know it's something more deeper than just a mood. It's something more serious. And so you can't blame it on work. You can't blame it on the people you hang around. You can only blame it on yourself. It's time to take responsibility and change a living routine. And what I mean by a living routine is just maybe like jot down a couple of things that you do on a daily basis. And if you have a routine of doing something, and as far as like the foods that you eat or the activities that you partake in or the people that you're around, and then ask yourself, is any of this benefiting me as a person? Is any of this making me a better person? Now, you can't blame others to make you. You can't expect people to make you a better person, but you should expect them to be, good enough to hang around. Like, you don't want to hang around people who are not trying to do anything with their lives, because if you hanging around that type of person, then that makes you look just as worse as them. But what you want to do is be amongst people who can bring out the best in you, and you want to be able to do the same for them. You want to be around positivity. Now, yes, it's necessary to have negativity in our lives, but not for a long period of time. It's just not something that should be there every day. It shouldn't be a part of our daily routine to deal with negativity. Some things we end up dealing with by mistake. But once we realize that it is something that's not good for our well-being, that's when we know what to do. We should know what to do because we know what's good for us. So, you either choose to deal with it even more so, or you choose to, not have anything to do with it again. You know what you have to do to make things better for yourself. So no one's stopping you but you. Nobody in your way but yourself. Like the saying goes, you're your own worst enemy. You can't continue living your life blaming others for your downfalls or for your unhappy life because things just not going well for you. You have to take a look in the mirror and see what it is that you are doing. And ask yourself, what can I do to change it to something better? So start with eating better. And I can't say this enough. I'm telling you, I'm a living witness to this. I used to be one of the most unhappy people, and I used to worry about like, is something wrong with me? And there was nothing wrong with me. It was something wrong with my routine. I was stuck in a routine, and I wasn't even aware that it was something that I could change at any given moment. It ain't nothing but time on our side. And every day that we wake up is a new day and a second chance to make things better for ourselves. And I'm telling you, once I realized that I wanted to make a change for my life and try something different, I had the courage to do it. Cold turkey. I stopped doing a lot of things that I used to do. I just gave it a try because I do believe you always get something out of trying. I didn't know how long I was going to stick with it, but I will never find out if I don't try to at least give it a try. You got to put one foot in front of the other first. You just got to try. You're not going to get anywhere just standing in the same spot and expecting something different to happen. I mean, things going to happen around you, but it's not going to happen to you and for the best of you. You're just going to be there in that same spot, going through the motions of the same routine day in and day out and expecting something different and blaming everybody else for your unhappiness. I decided to make myself happy by changing what I eat, changing my eating routines. And I'm not saying that everybody got to go with the same thing that I went with. This is something that I tried out and it helped me. I seen results. I stuck with it. I liked what I seen. And I mean, I was pretty satisfied with it. That's what helped me out. About 2 years ago, like I used to be so active on social media, especially on Facebook. And my background picture used to be my kids for the long time. My background picture was my kids. And I took it off there one day when I found myself just depressed and just in the dumps, down and out all the time. For whatever reason, I don't know. But that was me at that time. And in that moment, I put up a picture and it was called, I Don't Know How to Be Happy. And I kept that picture as my Facebook background picture for the longest. And once I decided to change some things about myself and I started to feel differently and I started to live differently and able to express that happiness and that change in me. And then I went through my breakdown and then I came through my breakthrough. Then I went through this spiritual awakening. Now I'm going through a spiritual journey that I enjoy sharing with you all. Like I see a lot of things now. I see a lot of things that I can't even describe it. It just feels so good to be in this new mind frame to where nothing bothers me. And that is what makes me happy. Not the fact that I'm still on the same job, 17 years now. I still have car troubles. I still have financial hardships. There's still be problems here and there in the workplace. But I'm grounded and it doesn't change my happiness. I'm still a happy person overall because I made those changes to my life. I decided to make changes to my life. And once I made those changes by eating differently, I started to think differently and I started to live differently. I started being a happier person. But I can preach about it until I'm blue in the face. I cannot make a person do something. All I can do is encourage you. I hope that this inspires someone to take a look at themselves. And if they're not happy with what they see in the mirror anymore, make a change. You got to start somewhere. Can nobody do it for you? You can only do it for yourself. I'm telling you. I'm really trying to motivate somebody. I'm putting this out there today because I wanted to touch the hearts of many and understand that it starts with you. You cannot blame the world and others and situations on your happiness. Happiness is within you, but it starts with changing your daily routines. You don't have to be a vegan, but you got to change something. I tried the vegan thing. That wasn't for me. I was feeling like I was pressuring myself and it was overwhelming. But I found what works for me. And also, you have to keep in mind that it's about being healthy. It's about being healthy, not keeping up with a trend or anything. And I'm not saying that veganism is a trend. I'm just saying that one time or another, people are jumping on the vegan train just to say they are. I tried it, but that wasn't for me. And I'm going to do what I want to do, whatever, I really want to do. I'm not in it to play games and to be up under a label. But back to the happiness, only you can make you happy, and it all starts with your daily routines. What are you doing on a daily basis that you can change? Change it. And once you become this new person, you're going to lose a lot. You're going to lose friends, associates, whatever. It don't matter. Long as you happy, none of that's going to even matter at that time. When that time comes for you, you'll know it. Because people gonna start looking at you differently, and they're not gonna like, why are you acting like this? Are you acting funny? Let them think what they wanna think. Let them think what they wanna think. You're gonna be this new person. You can still be around them, but you don't have to entertain certain things. You're not even gonna want to. You're not even gonna have the interest in that no more. You're gonna be this whole new person that they're not gonna recognize. But it's up to them to realize it in due time for them. You cannot, you're not here to convince somebody of something. I'm not here to convince nobody of anything. I'll encourage you, but I'm not going to convince you. I'm not going to push you. I'm not going to force you. Because nobody did that to me. But I will encourage you to try something different, to get a different result, so that you can start living a happier life. So you could just start being happy. And I really mean that from the bottom of my heart. I really hope that, this reach someone in good spirits or just touch somebody today, and it motivates them to just try something different so that you can get a new result. And then you can just go from there and just try something different. That's all I'm saying. So if y'all like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I will talk to you soon.